Welcome everyone to the first episode of Pineleaf Plays Minecraft Skirmish. This is a new series where I will be, obviously playing Minecraft, where I have a goal of a certain number of builds that I'll be doing, major builds that all relate to the Lord of the Rings Online Skirmish system. Right now, before I start getting into skirmish-related builds, I first must get a few items and survive a few nights and get settled down. Then I could worry about actually doing the builds that I really want to do for the series. Now, some of you may be wondering, wait a minute, whatever happened to the Locho Completionist series that you announced last time in the update? Well, I did not get much in the way of overwhelming response there, so I had decided that I will do this in its stead. So therefore, let us get going, and right now I'm just trying to get as much as I can in materials. So I'm just collecting wood. Now, if you're not familiar with the system, when you first get in, you have no tools. And until you have some tools, you're pretty much just using your hands. Well, right now I'm punching it with a block of wood because that's what I've collected so far. And I'm occasionally also hitting down trees to help me to get some saplings so that I could replant those later. But right now, I have 18 wood so far, 20 now. And I figure after a little bit of time, I'm going to start trying to get a survival house for the first day. Days and nights in Minecraft are roughly 10 minutes long each. So therefore, I've got myself about 5 minutes, I would say, in order to gather some stuff. Then I can start to get my survival place. Then on the second day, I'll worry about doing things like finding out what's on the landscape, anything interesting that I get or anything like that. And one of the nice things to get on the first day will, of course, be some coal so you can make torches and the like, but I don't see any obvious places at the moment, so that's why I'm just collecting oak at the moment, because I don't want to spend my time... A black sheep? Oh, an apple! And for some reason apples seem to fall out of oaks, so I personally think they must not be oaks, they must be apple trees instead. Alright, I think this is a good place to set up for my initial, because right now, what is it? We're about... Sun going up or down? Oh, okay, sun is still going up in the sky, so we're not in any immediate danger at the moment. So I'm going to get it up to about one more tree and then we'll be done. Now later on I'll try to get more varieties of trees in the like, because right now I'm just going after the oak, so I won't have to worry about various things that are coming along. You're like, do I use this color or what? Because let's face it, your first survival hut is going to be junk anyway, so why worry about trying to make it pretty if it's... I'm just gathering some seeds and the like. Probably won't be needing that. Now, actually what would be nice would be some wool. Now, how long did it... Now, this is not the best way to get wool, because you only get one piece of wool. You only get one piece of wool when you kill a sheep. You get a lot more if you shear them, but I don't have shears since you need iron and all that fun stuff, so that'd be all for later. But if I popped up right next to all these sheep, that's great. And I'll worry about the black sheep later. Okay, there we go. Now I've got 3 pieces of wool, and that's exactly what I wanted. So now let's worry about building. It also gave you some plenty of food there. Let's start out by processing my oak, which is right here. I don't know why they give you an achievement every single time you... Alright, you just put the oak in there, and now you could convert that into slabs here. Alright, the stacking limit is 64. Someone was in a very binary mind when they wrote this game. Alright, so I've got plenty of oak planks here. But now I've got to actually use this for something. Now, one of the things you could do with it is to, if you put 4 of them all like this, then you can create a crafting table. And crafting tables are nice because a crafting table allows you to have 3x3 here, and that's able to make a much larger variety of items. Right now, though, let's worry about getting some planks out, and we want, okay, let's switch to this, and I like a 5x7 at the start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I really don't need that here at the moment. Okay, good. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh well. I'm just picking up some dirt so I can move it over here. Alright, that's good. And that'll be perfect. And I can say put this back here. And 1. And 1. I'm leaving 1 here for the door. Alright, that'll be a good start. And we'll make this... Move away, sheep. Okay. I'm going to have one dead black sheep in a moment if he keeps that up. Oh. Oh, good grief. Oh, boy. I feel like I must have spawned a world with Sheepville in it or something like that. This is like crazy. Alright. Alright, we want this here. Alright. Let's put this here, 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 here. Seeing how fast I could do this. I should be able to have this done by the time it's night. Because you want to have a safe place, because when it's night, mobs come out and they can attack you and all sorts of fun stuff like this. So you don't want to be around too much at night. And you want to be in a place that's safe from being attacked and preferably well lit, but since I don't have any coal, I don't have any stone or anything like that in which to do something like that, well, we'll have to live with what we've got. Alright. That will do, and we want to put one there, put one there. Alright, that'll be perfect. Now, let's get this crafting table over to here. Alright. Probably wasn't the best way of putting this. Actually, I usually put the door on the long side rather than the short side, but I guess this will still work. Alright, let's see what we can craft here. Now, first thing I probably should have crafted was some sticks. Actually, you'd want to do it that way. Alright, so this can give us some sticks. Alright, we'll get there. Okay, we'll get some sticks here like this. You get 4 sticks. You have to put them in a shape comparable to what you're going to be getting out. So therefore, sticks are long, so therefore you put two on the side on that one. Alright, so if I take 2 sticks and put them in a roughly axe shape like that, then I get a wooden axe. I know a wooden axe isn't all that good, but I'll replace it with a stone one later on. But what I really wanted to create is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, 3 slabs and, or I should say 3 planks and 3 wool gives you a bed. And that will be nice for later on. And I also want to get, a door, of course, a door. Door will be perfect, which of course will be more vertical than horizontal. An oak door. And I like oak doors because oak doors Oh, on the floor. Alright, these oak doors you could see through on the top. They have their own window on them, and that's a nice feature. Birch doors I found don't seem to do that. Alright, and there's my bed. Good. Nice and perfect. And that's a good first day's work. I have a bed on the first day. I think that's the first time I've ever managed that. And what I really could use, though, is a source of light. But it looks like, yeah, the sun is setting. But if I don't have a source of light, then a bed is probably a good thing to have. Alright, I have no roof, though. Well, that's bad. Alright, let's see if it lets me sleep without a roof. Yes, it will. Okay, good. And if you're not awake, then the mobs won't be going around popping up all over the place. And that's always good. Now, therefore, now that I've got this, I can now figure out what's going on in this area. And you want to start getting a more variety of things like, well, now that I have an axe, I can chop this down a little bit faster. And for some reason, the achievements reset whenever you start a new world. I don't know why. Maybe I should turn that feature off or something like that, because it sounds like a rather silly thing for it to be doing, is to give me an achievement notification. Anyway, I have a liking of using birch, so therefore I want to make sure I also collect some of that, right? Yeah. So therefore it also gives you some variety, some contrast or light if you have some oak and some birch. There are other types of wood that you can also get. I'm not too sure. I don't see those all too often, at least as often I've played. I'm relatively new to this game. I just made sure that I knew enough of it so I don't get killed in the first night like I did when I first played Don't Starve, if you ever remember that crazy episode. Alright. But what I would like to see would be get some stone and stuff like that. But if I want to get some stone, I will have to... Oh, you just right-click in order to open up the door. Alright, I'll need a pickaxe. And a pickaxe, then, will go similar to the way I made the axe. You just put 3 across there, and you got a pickaxe. If you had only 2, it's a hoe, if you see. So 3, you get a pickaxe. Good. And the other thing I will want is, just in case anything nasty comes around... Oh, actually, I want... Remove that, replace that with the stick for a hilt, and I've got a sword. And there we go. So I got the basic tools that'll be neat. Well, a shovel is also nice. Actually, let me also get a shovel. So that's the thing you want to do, is make some wood tools at the beginning, and then you can get some better tools as you go along. Put this here. Now, if you really wanted to, I could go around creating chests and putting stuff in there, but I really don't feel like taking the time on creating chests at the moment. What I really want to do is try to see if I could find any stone anywhere. I don't see any sources of stone, and when you don't do that, then probably the best thing to do is to dig. So when you're in the dirt areas, things like dirt and sand and gravel, you can cut down like this with you could just use the shovel, and shovels do that very handily. I want to do this so I can actually get up very easily. And I don't know how wide I want to make. Actually, I think make it 3 wide might be better. And let's see, this down here. Good. But I need to go a bit deeper here, because right now I'm not deep enough in order to actually get any stone. I'm just getting dirt at the moment. Dirt! I don't know, mainly the main thing I used to do that is for filling in land when I'm doing, and there are some builds where I will be using dirt. For example, I'll be creating a hobbit hole at one point in here. And when I create the hobbit hole, I'll probably want some dirt in order to have some turf on top of the house. Oh, okay, good, good. I see some stone below there. And that's good. So I'll be ready to start mining that soon. Okay. Now, at some point I am going to hope that I find some coal. Because you can't go too deep into a mine until you are able to make some torches. Because torches are needed in order, and torches require coal to make, which is the first non-trivial thing. Now, I will be able to make a stone... Oh, oops, sorry about that. I'll be able to make a stone pickaxe after this. And that'll make things a lot more efficient because, let's face it, a wooden pickaxe isn't exactly the most stable device, so to speak. It'll probably not last very long. Okay, let's see. Let me take that and return that there. Good. And let's continue. But for now, I'll just have to do my mining in a relatively inefficient way. Oops, no, not that. Alright, let's go. And hope I keep an eye on how dark it is so things don't get too dark here. Oh, I've used up my shovel already. Okay, well, yes, that shovel doesn't last very long since, of course, it was wooden and I was doing a lot of digging with it. Oh, I don't want to use a sword for that. Now, I'm hoping that, actually, let's start here. I'm hoping that I run into some coal while I do this. You can find coal at this depth, but most likely you have to go a little bit deeper. I've had one world where I got a ton of coal right about this level, though you have to be a little bit deeper in order for it to be more common, because right now I'm at level 56. That's 64 is about sea level, and that's about where I started on this particular run. And here we go. So anyway, in the early days, it's mainly about surviving and getting your basic resources. And if you can find a good mine or something like that, that's great. But if not, then you've got the situation I have. Now, I've got quite a bit of stone right now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my one last series here until my pickaxe goes out, which is pretty close because you see this. There's this little bar here. Yeah, actually, this is a good time to stop. Now, it'd be nice if I could make... Oops. Oh, I got that wrong, didn't I? Oopsie daisy. That's not good. Alright, let's... Okay, we'll put some dirt here then. Alright, I'll just do it that way. And fix it all up later. How am I doing for time right now? Sun is setting, getting pretty close to sunset. Good. I guess that's a good time to stop. But what I want to do is to go to the crafting table and see what I can do. Now, the first thing I want to do is get myself a new pickaxe, because this pickaxe is about to go down and I'll be needing this tomorrow. So now I can have a stone pickaxe. Good. I won't worry about the axe yet, and the sword, yeah, you'd probably was a waste making a sword at that point, because certainly getting a good one of those, and actually probably just drop that. Okay, winds up back in my inventory anyway. Okay, I will deal with that one later. anything else I need here? Alright, here are my bars. You see here right now I'm still at full health. I lost a little bit in my hunger bar, but not too much yet. So it's not like Don't Starve where you use up your hunger abilities very, very quickly or anything like that. Alright, let's see. What do I want to do? Let me process some... what I want to do else? Anything else I want to do with the cobblestone? For the moment, as I think about something to do with it, I will take care of that. Actually, one of the things you'd want to do with, of course, now I know what I want to do with it. I want to create a furnace. Alright, so let's create a furnace, and to create a furnace, what you need is a box shape of stone. Alrighty, good. Now usually you power a furnace with okay, obviously you have something flammable in there, and oh, duh. I processed all my wood. Yes. Okay. Because what I wanted to do was to do this. Alright, let's take care of that. Good. Alright. The stars are starting to come out, I see. Alright, so we have some... what I wanted to do here is... I think, yeah. If I understand this correctly... yeah. I'm starting to turn this into... wood's not as good to use as coal, but when you're burning stuff, but I am able to create charcoal this way, and I think I can use... is there still more fuel in that? Nah, I don't think there's any more left in that. Alright, so that's it for that. So I now have 3 pieces of coal, and I think I can use that to make a torch. Well, we'll find that out in a moment. First, we'll go to sleep, and I'll see you again for our next episode of Pineleaf Plays Minecraft, where we'll have a look at this coal and see if I can find any other sources. Good day.